Hi there, Jen Roque here at stampcampwithjen.com. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Summerfield, Florida, and welcome to my weekly Facebook Live. If you're new here, I go live every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I'd love for you to keep joining us and invite your crafty friends to join us as well. As you guys join, please say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. I hope everybody had a good Easter yesterday. We had lots of fun. We had so much family over. My sisters are down from Maryland and my nephew, so it was a little bit warmer, but I think they brought the cold weather because now it's like in the 70s and rainy. It's been like in the 90s. Hi, Joan from Washington. Thanks so much for joining us. But yeah, it's been like warm and in the upper 80s, low 90s, and then they came down and it's like dipped down into the 60s and 70s, and now it's raining and it's so crazy. So they must have brought that cold weather with them. I know some of you guys, that's not cold at all. You guys are in the negative degrees or have snow, and it's crazy. Hi, Lynn. Thanks so much for joining us. So, but yeah, we had a really good time. My nephew and my son got in the pool yesterday. We have a heated pool, so even though it was a little cooler, it was still tolerable enough for them to go in and swim, and it was a good time. We had a lot of fun. My daughter came down from Gainesville and joined us, and my parents were here and my in-laws, so we had a lot of fun. Lots of rain, Joan. Yeah, I know. I think it's that time of year. I feel like the rain, what do they say? April showers bring May flowers, so it's that time of year. And I have big news. So I think I told you guys last week that my son Ethan, was trying out for jazz band. He found out on Friday that he made jazz band. Yay! So he was really excited. He got in the car and I was talking to my mom and he was like, "Mom, guess what? I just found out I made jazz band." So that's a really big deal. Their music is crazy good. Like, we went to their Christmas concert, and they had like the regular kids and then the advanced band and then the jazz band, and everybody, I mean, they were all good, but we were just blown away by the jazz band because the teacher got up and basically just like started them off and then walked to the side and let them do their own thing. They were so good. It was crazy. Hi, Jessica. Thanks so much for joining us. And thanks so much for sharing. If you guys could share the video and invite your crafty friends to join us, I would love that as well. So, but yeah, I thought I would share that news. I was really excited. He's been really excited about that. So next year he'll be playing all the jazzy songs. And I think he said like a couple times a month they get to go like in the lunchroom and play for the kids during lunch and stuff like that too. So it's pretty cool. But all right, so today we have a cool technique. You may or may not have seen it. It's been really popular lately. It's a great way to make a bunch of cards all at once using a few sheets of paper, and you just make a few cuts and you basically have a layout for 4 different cards using 4 patterned pieces of paper. It's really cool. I've seen it all over, and I finally sat down and played around with it, and it's a really great way if you need to make a lot of cards in a flash and you have a bunch of paper that you want to use up. It's a great way to do that. So we're going to go through that. It's a cool technique that we're going to do. But before we do that, I have some sneak peeks I'm going to share with you before we get into the cards and stuff. So we'll do that first, and then we'll do the cards. So you'll get to see all that stuff. So it's really exciting. I've been working on getting some little like sample things together to mail out to my customers. So I'm going to share that on here. But it won't be as easy to see as if it were in person, if that makes sense. You'll see what I mean when I show it to you guys. But let me go ahead and turn this around and we will get started. I'm always afraid I'm going to hang up on you guys because I've done it like 2 or 3 times now. Oh, goodness. But yeah, did everybody have a good weekend? Have a good Easter celebration? I hope so. It's always nice to get together with friends or family, whatever you were able to do. Okay, so let's do this first. My spiel that I always do. So if you're new, welcome. Like I said, I go live every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. I'd love it if you could join us. If you can't make it, You can always watch the replay here on Facebook or on my website. I post the replay the following day, and my YouTube channel. So I would love it if you would like and comment and subscribe to my Facebook, YouTube, Pinterest, and my website. And just follow along and follow my crafty adventures. I did have a good Easter, Sylvia. Thanks so much for asking. I hope you did too. All right, and then if you do choose to purchase any supplies for today's project or any project, I hope that you will shop with me. My loyal customers have the opportunity to earn a free $50 shopping spree when you shop with me. For every $25 increment in a single order before shipping and tax, you earn a point. Once you get up to 20 points, you earn the $50 shopping spree. You just keep track of it on your rewards tracker that I have on my website. I pay for the tax, the shipping, everything. You just send me your tracker with your order numbers so I can verify everything, and then you send me what you want and I take care of it all. So it's a pretty good deal, pretty good way to kind of stretch your money a little bit and get some savings there. This is a little old, but Last Chance products started April 4th. All of the, this is from a video I did. I forgot to take this out, but all of the retired stuff, some of it is up to 60% off, but it all started on April 4th. So a lot of the really popular stuff is all sold out already, but if there's anything that you think you might want to get, there's still a lot of really great deals. So I would check that out at stampinup.com and see what's still available. There's still quite a bit left when I looked earlier today. So those are till May 1st is when that ends, or while supplies last. Some stuff is selling out before that. And also the 2021 to 23 in colors are retiring. So all but Fresh Freesia, actually, because Fresh Freesia is carrying over. So be sure to get your ink pads, your ink refills. Don't forget those. Markers, cardstock, any of your paper that you'd like. Make sure to get those before they sell out. Some of that stuff is already sold out as well. So make sure to check that out if you're still interested in those things. Last week, I posted some pricing changes that are coming in the new catalog. When the new catalog starts on May 2nd, things like cardstock, some adhesive tools, things like that, they'll be going up in price. I have a whole list that I did on my website, stampcampwithjen.com. So be sure to check that out. And if there's anything you want to get before the prices go up, now is the time to do that and stock up on that stuff before the price increases. All right, and then with the color refresh that's going on right now, we have 11 colors that are retiring. So if you need, again, ink pads, refills, cardstock, blends, now is the time to stock up on that stuff before it sells out, okay? And then we have online exclusives. So this is something Stampin' Up! Just started doing this year. March was their first release, where they have products that are only available online. So if you go to stampinup.com, and I think you go to shop on the top row up there, and like products or something, it'll bring like a drop down menu that says, you know, the different types of products, and online exclusives is in there. So all you have to do is click on that and you can see everything that's only available online. This stuff will not be in any catalog. They haven't given us an end date for it. It's really while supplies last. Some of it will be replenished, some of it won't. There's really no way to tell what will last a long time and what won't. So if there's something you see in that category, be sure to get it early before it potentially sells out, okay? And then today is the last day to subscribe to the All the Little Things Paper Pumpkin Kit. April 10th is today, right? Yep. So today is the last day to subscribe to this. This month's kit has everything you need to make 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs. It has these adorable little foil cutouts. And then you get a shaded spruce ink spot. It always comes with a stamp set. And then this month's kit has this cool like paper pumpkin box divider. So that's pretty neat. So today's the last day if you want to subscribe to that, okay? All right. So sneak peek time. So let's go over colors first. So I made these little samplers that I'm going to be mailing to my customers, where I put all of the new ink colors. I got the cardstocks and the inks, and I put all that in there. And then these are the current ones, so they can see these are all the colors that will be current when the new catalog starts on May 2nd, okay? And these are the new core colors that are being added permanently. So I have all the different colors and what family they'll be in, whether it's brights, neutrals, regals, subtles. And I thought it was really cool because this bubble bath color, I was really excited about this one. It is really like a really, really light pink. You can see Fresh Freesia is right above it. It's even lighter than Fresh Freesia, but it's more of like it's almost like a bubblegum pink. I wonder why they didn't name it bubblegum. Maybe because gum starts with a G and not a B. I don't know, but I think they're really pretty. So I have these little strips here. So these are the new ink colors. And like I said, this is what I was talking about. Like I can show it to you on camera, but I feel like whenever you see something on camera or in a magazine, it doesn't really show the true color as well. So if you were to see them in person, you'd probably have a better idea. But these are big swatches, so maybe that'll kind of help you get an idea for how the colors look. So this is that Copper Clay, Moody Mauve, Wild Wheat, Boho Blue, and Pebbled Path. Now, Copper Clay, I thought was really interesting. This is a piece of cinnamon cider from before, and you can see how they're kind of similar, but the Copper Clay really has more of like an orangey tone to it. And then this is the new Pecan Pie that's coming out in the core colors. And I just wanted to put those three together so you can kind of see the Pecan Pie's got more of a brown and these are more like orangey tones. Is it close to Blushing Bride? Oh, that's a good question. Let's find out. Let me go get a piece of Blushing Bride. I can see, hold on. Let's see. So this is Blushing Bride, and this is Bubblegum. Very different. So Blushing Bride is more, I don't know, it's like a dusty pink, and Bubblegum is more like it almost looks purple against Blushing Bride, if that makes sense, but it's very, very, very light. Very fall looking colors. That's very true. I know. That's what I thought when I saw these too. And I will be completely honest, I was not thrilled about this color palette when I first saw it. I was like, I don't know about that. But they are growing on me. That always happens every year when the ink colors come out. I go, I'm not really crazy about them. But once I get them in my hands, then I really start to fall in love with them. This one, especially this Moody Mauve, I love this color so much. I think because it's pink. It's got a pink hue to it, and you guys know I love pinks, so I think these two go really well together. I really like those. Boho Blue, I was trying to see what that really is close to. It's really not close to anything because here's Balmy Blue, and you can see Balmy Blue is very light compared to Boho Blue. So that's interesting. But honestly, it always helps to get them out in front and to see like the colors in person. But I hope these kind of give you an idea, seeing them on camera. Because seeing them in the catalog, you know, and probably on camera too, but seeing them in the catalog, you get sort of an idea, but it always looks so much different when you see them in person. It gives you a better idea of what everything looks like. Okay, and then these are all, I thought this was cool. My nail matches. This is Lemon Lime Twist. I thought that was funny. And this is Misty Moonlight. That's one we've seen before. This is Blueberry Bushel. I really like this color. It's very like a true blue, if that makes sense. This is that Bubble Bath. I keep wanting to call it Bubble Gum. This is Berry Burst, which is really pretty too. Lost Lagoon is returning favorite. Fresh Freesia, you guys probably know those, but they are so close together, those two. This one is Azure Afternoon. This is a new one. And this, again, balmy blue next to that. I wonder, Pacific Point, that's probably one we should bring in. And then this is Pretty Peacock, which you've probably seen before. And this is that Lemon Lolly. It's very, very pretty. It's a very light yellow color. Bashful Blue, oh yeah. So this is, let me get Pacific Point. I'm kind of curious how those compare. Let's see. So this is Pacific Point, and this is Azure Afternoon. So it's very blue, just like Pacific Point, but it's like a lighter shade, if that makes any sense. I like them though. They're very pretty. Okay, so that was one sneak peek that I have that I wanted to show you guys. Oh, and then this one, this Lemon Lime Twist, this is Parakeet Party, and they're very close together. It's just a little bit more yellow than Parakeet Party. So those were just some similarities that I found that I wanted to kind of show you guys. Okay. And then I have one more little sneak peek for you. Let's see, what did I do with it here? It's buried under all my stuff. This is a new bundle from the new catalog. So a 2 3/8 circle punch and the circle saying set. It's so cute. Oh, you're welcome, Kay. I hope you enjoyed it. So this is, I love all this font. I was so excited when I saw this one, and you can stamp, you know, all these little images, and then you can punch out the circle. And something I noticed is this punch is a lot lighter than the other punches that Stampin' Up! Has. Like if you hold like an older one and the new one, it's really, really light. I don't know how, like what the weight difference is, but it's definitely noticeable. I picked this one up and I was like, wow, it's really, really light. So that's kind of a nice thing. But yeah, so you can kind of layer these, like you can put the little cupcake in the celebrate for a birthday. You can stamp, you know, top and bottom, and then put some words on the inside. I haven't had a chance to make any cards because I've been busy making those samplers and getting ready for my in-person classes and stuff, but I did want to at least share that this is one of the bundles from the new catalog. So get excited about that. It's really, really cute. When I do get a chance, I'll sit down and try to make some cards and share those with you guys. But like I said, I've got a lot on my plate right now, so I haven't had much of a chance for that. But this is one to get excited about. I really like this bundle, okay? And I think it's the Circle Sayings bundle. They've been pretty good about keeping the names pretty close together to what the stamp set's called. So, all right, so now onto the project. So we're gonna do a technique. It's called, stack, cut, and shuffle, I think is what it's called. So I'm going to show you, this is actually one that I shared in my newsletter this week. I gave the directions, the instructions with the supplies and everything for these, but this is basically the gist. You take 4 different designs of paper, and you're basically going to cut them all the same way and stack them, and then we're going to shuffle certain stacks a certain way, if that makes sense. But I really like it because you get all this variety with the same paper, and now you can make 4 cards from it. It's really cool. And like I said, this the measurements and everything will be on my website tomorrow. So if you go back tomorrow, you'll be able to see all that. Not for these cards, these were in my newsletter, but for the ones that we're going to make today, we're going to use the, what is this paper called? It's all buried. Hold on one second. We're using, what's this paper? The By the Bay Specialty Designer Series paper. This paper is gorgeous. It's got a lot of like foils in the paper, so it's real shiny. So I followed a tutorial from Cindy Brumbaugh. I think her website is Cindy Lee B Designs. There's lots of different variations of this, but I really liked her measurements and her tutorial, so thank you, Cindy. But her advice in her video was basically to have some variation in the design. So I picked 2 that were a little busier with shapes and stuff on them. And then I picked two designs that were a little more muted, just to kind of switch things up and give that variation, okay? And then we're using the words from the Friends Are Like Seashells stamp set. And I can't remember where my stamp set went. I have the stamps on the blocks, and I think the stamp set's buried somewhere. But, so I'm going to show you how we're going to cut these. So, we're going to do one at a time. And we're going to cut these at 5 inches by 3 3/4. We're going to do that for all 4. So these, you need at least 6 by 6 pieces of paper. Will be fine. You can use bigger ones, but that's what we're starting with, okay? So 5 inches by 3 3/4 for all 4. And this one, I love the foils in this. I just think it's so pretty. It makes it look like real seashells. So 5 by 3 3/4. And you could definitely do this with scraps if you had scraps big enough for the different panels that we're using. It would be a little trickier because you'd have to measure everything out. This is the easiest way to do it. But if you had little scraps that you're trying to use up, you could probably use those up with this as well. Okay, so let me see if I can grab this up from my board here. So this is our little template, and this will be in the tutorial as well. So basically we're going to make little cut lines on our paper, and then I'm going to stack them up after I make the cut lines, okay? So the first one, we're going to start, it's easiest to cut this 2.5 inch line. So from the left edge, we're going to go over to 2.5 inches, and we're going to cut, okay? And then this bigger piece, we're gonna rotate this counterclockwise and go to 2 3/4 and cut. And then we're gonna move this over. And then this long strip that we have, we're gonna cut at 1 3/4. Okay, so when we're done, I'll move this so I can show you real quick. So we have, just like our template over here, we have all of these pieces cut just like that. And we're gonna keep cutting and stacking them so that they all match like that, okay? So for the next one, so this is, I like to alternate the designs. So this is one of the more muted designs. So this is a busier one. So we're alternating between muted and busy. So now we're going to the busier pattern paper. We're gonna go to 2.5 and cut that. And then go counterclockwise and go 2 3/4 and cut. And we're gonna stack that on those left panels on the left-hand side. And then this one, we're gonna go to 1 3/4 and cut and then stack those. Okay, and now I'm gonna bring out my other muted design. Once again, cut it 2.5. Take that bigger piece and cut it 2 3/4. Just like that. And then this is gonna be 1 3/4. And then our last one is our other busy paper. We're gonna go to 2.5 and cut. And then go to 2 3/4. And then 1 3/4. Just like that, okay? Now, here's where the shuffling comes in. So we've got our, we've got our 4 piles, if you will. So, let me move this down so you guys can see here. There we go. All right, so we've got our 5 piles. So this top pile, we're not gonna do anything with. we're gonna go down to this bottom right-hand corner and we're gonna shuffle that top piece once behind, okay? Then we're gonna take that bottom left pile and we're gonna shuffle 2 pieces, 1, 2. And then this top left panel, we're gonna shuffle 3. So 1, 2, 3. And now you will have 4 different card bases or card layouts for your front, okay? So let's put those together and I'll show you. So I have a piece of basic white. These are 4 by 5 1/4. And we're just gonna take our seal or Stampin' Seal Plus, whatever you're comfortable with, some kind of adhesive. I like to start with the bigger pieces. It's a little easier to kind of line everything up. And you're just gonna make a little bit of a border on the top and the left-hand corner here. And then we're gonna do that bottom corner piece. Oh, and I made too big of a border, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just as long as there's some white peeking through, that's good. Get a little overzealous sometimes. That's okay. And then this top right corner. There you go. So there's one. And you'll see by doing this, all of the different card fronts are gonna have different patterns on them. It's so cool. Oops. Got a little bit carried away there. So you just do your best. It's not gonna be perfect, but it's not supposed to be, right? They're handmade cards, so you just do your best. But it's such a cool technique and such a cool way to use up. Like I said, if you have lots of paper, you need lots of cards for, you know, birthdays or sympathy, unfortunately, is always something you need cards for. Nobody likes to make them, but we always need them. So you could make a bunch of these. I think seashells especially are very calming. So get well or being in Florida, anything with seashells is always cool. We always like those. But I just love how quick and easy these are. And I'm sure you guys have seen a bunch of these variations. They've been floating around Pinterest for a little while now, but I always need cards in a flash for birthdays or thank yous or anything like that. So I like when I can make a bunch of cards all at one time. Let's see. Just like that. Almost done. And I won't put all 4 cards together. I just wanted to show you guys once I have these all together, I want to show you guys the variations of these, and then I'll put 1 card together on camera so you can see what the finished product is going to look like. Are there any stamp sets or bundles or anything that you guys are sad are retiring? Or is there anything you're hoping to see in the new catalog? Hopefully, my customers, you guys will get your catalogs soon if you're waiting for them in the mail. I know demonstrators are starting to get theirs already. I got mine from Stampin' Up! Last week, so hopefully customers will start getting them within the next week or 2. Let's see. All right. So this is what I wanted to show you real quick before we put the card together. Just look at, now we have these 4 different layouts for our card front. Isn't that so cool? And we just made them quick and easy, 4 different pattern pieces of paper. You get them from the same, you know, stack, and they all coordinate. It's just awesome. Okay, so I'm just gonna we'll do this top one here. And then to put it together, it's fairly easy. I just grabbed a piece of Night of Navy cardstock here. And we're gonna fold that over. So this is gonna be This is gonna be a top loading card here. And then we're going to just adhere this onto the card front. Just flat. You could pop it, I guess, if you wanted to, but I think it's fine flat. Okay. And then we're going to take some basic white here. And I have, this says, friends are like seashells, you collect them all along the way. And I thought that was perfect with this paper. So we're gonna stamp that in Night of Navy as well. Okay. I always get some kind of little fuzzy on there, it seems like. Let me clean that off, try again. That's why I try to tell people, when you clean your stamps, try to use your Simply Chamois, not baby wipes or paper towels, because that will cause like little fuzzy pieces to stick to your photopolymer stamps especially, and then you get like little flyaway looking pieces because it grabs the ink and it transfers on there. All right, so we're gonna take our 2-inch circle punch and we're just gonna punch this out. And then we're gonna grab our decorative circle punch, and I have some mint macaron scraps that I'm trying to use up because this is one of those colors that's retiring. So I'm just gonna grab a piece and use my decorative circle punch and punch that out. And then we're gonna glue this on top of our little decorative circle punch like that. Oh, thanks so much for sharing, Marilyn. All right, so just a little liquid glue there. And we're going to put our circle right in the middle of that decorative circle punch. Oops. Use our finger to kind of smooth out that glue. And then we'll use some dimensionals now on this part. Right here, all right. And then I had made some before and I used the regular opal rounds, but I ran out of them. So when I put these on here, I'm just gonna see where all four are meeting and I'm gonna cover up where they all intersect. And that's where I'm gonna put my friends are like seashells here. So yeah, I had regular opal rounds, but I used them all up on my cards before. So now I have some in color ones that kind of match with the green. So I think I'm gonna put some of these on here, just to give it some more sparkle. So I'm gonna put one down here, one up here, maybe one more there. And that's it. How fun is that? A really quick and easy card. You could send this to somebody that you know you've been thinking about, or maybe it's your best friend and you want to let them know how much you appreciate them. This would be a great card. This would really make anybody smile, I think. You love that punch. I know, this is a great punch. I'm so glad. This one is not retiring. This one's going to be staying around for a little while, which is good. So, all right, guys. Well, I really hoped you enjoyed the sneak peek today and the little card technique that I shared with you. Whether you've seen it or not, I hope it was a fun variation if you have seen it before. But if you need any supplies for today's project, please purchase them with me, Jennifer Roque, at stampinup.com. I would love to earn your business. If you order from me and you're a new customer, I will also send you a catalog and some of those samplers that I made today. So I would really love to earn your business if you don't mind, okay? If you have any questions about anything, like anything that you saw today or anything about the catalog coming out or retiring products, any dates, just feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to answer those questions, okay? I hope you guys get everything you want before everything retires. I know it goes fast, so keep your eyes out, keep your eyes peeled for whatever you're looking for, okay? All right, well, I will be back again next week. And until next time, be safe and happy stamping. Bye-bye.